Good morning. So to what Papa Ngata stressed the importance of the practice Guru Puja. It's very much emphasized that when Papa Ngata was giving advice to other people, to various people, high officials or the sanghas or the lay, various people giving sentient advice of what's the most important practice in their lives. You find this advice very unique advices. So said in the everyday life, if you get done the Lama Chöpa, if you get done to practice one Lama Chöpa, the Guru Puja, so actual meaning of Lama Chöpa, Guru Puja, that is the pleasing the Guru. Puja, meaning of Puja is Puja, I think Puja is Sanskrit, I guess, Indian language, I think, which means pleasing the Guru. So whenever, I guess, so from that, whenever one does actions that, pleasing the Guru, we see, then I think that's Guru Puja, Lama Chöpa, Whenever in the daily life, whenever one does something that pleases the Holy Mind, the virtual friends. So here, all these practices, that it's to pacify the cause of your samsara, the delusion, karma, you see, and this sees the subtle negative imprints, and to cut the dualist views and to by exercising path and achieve full enlightenment, and which is which means preparing yourself, or to liberate numberless sentient beings from the oceans of samsara sufferings and bring them in full enlightenment. So actually the whole entire practice from beginning to end, from beginning of refuge, visualizing object of refuge made felt, down to dedication, those various practices, and the Lamrim prayers, there's the Lamrim direct meditation Lamrim, and as well as those particular thought transformation practices. The whole Lamrim is thought transformation. You should transform the mind in the path, but the Lamrim and thought transformation from those two to thought. So, there the general thought transformation, which is the whole Lamrim from Guru devotion up to enlightenment, but the Lamrim and thought transformation, so that particular those practices transform the sufferings into the path of enlightenment, into the core, which means transforming the sufferings and the means to, the cause of happiness of all the sentient beings is same. When you utilize in the means to achieve enlightenment, it becomes a means to, it becomes cause of, or means, to cause happiness of every single sentient being without discrimination. So anyway, so all these things, the common part, Guru devotion, three parts there, and uncommon, and the particular, the tantra, the high tantra, the more secret high tantra is there, everything is there. So that makes that makes to quickest way to achieve enlightenment, which means quickest way to to be able to enlighten you, to be able to enlighten sentient beings, so that they don't have to suffer. Those number sentient beings who are dependent to you, for them to be free from samsara, to achieve enlightenment, so they don't have to suffer for a long time. So, so anyway, the whole thing there, that is, you see what it pleases the, the virtuous friend. So that, so, and they're taking the vows as well, which is the essential path to achieve, enlightenment. The bodhisattva vow and tantra vow, see, those, bodhisattva vow, which makes to achieve enlightenment, the essential method, fundamental method, and then the fundamental method to achieve enlightenment quickly. Then making all the conditions to achieve enlightenment quickly is the tantric vows. So like that. So anyway, so it says, if you get to practice Lama Chöpa, Guru Puja, one time, each day, then this, Lama Chöpa practice, Guru Puja, it is perfect. I say, it is complete import. It is complete. See, it is. See, yeah. It contains the essence of complete sutra and tantra. So it's complete, and this is. This is taken out. This is like taking out the essence of instruction of whispered lineage, the transformation, of manifestation of text, the whispered lineage of guiding tradition. So Lama Zopa, Jawa and Saba, all those who, the traditions. So those secret teachings or tantra, has tantra. Yes, that, what makes teaching enlightenment quickest, I think. That yes, Tujinchi Doji, Mahmud legend, in the festival, Jawa and Saba, whom his son song which often recommends, often tells, that as a Milarepa had to bear so much achieved enlightenment in a brief lifetime or distant time, but bear so much hardships. But with Jawa and Saba, he had very comfortably achieved enlightenment. Very comfortably achieved enlightenment, eating delicious food and comfort. And so anyway, the reason why his own song was saying was Rinpoche was talking here the special qualities of Lama Zopa teaching. That's what he will bring out, that So he said it has a very special, techniques. Most skillful means that. So it's so forth. Without need to be somewhat hardships, able to achieve enlightenment easily. So that's what often Rinpoche praises like that. Then who himself is a great pandit, a Tibetan great pandit, the most fully distinguished, that among the learned ones, of course, most fully distinguished among the learned ones, in Tibet, so that you see. So anyway, then Papa Rinpoche says, Tuchen Chögi Doji is one who achieved enlightenment in one brief lifetime. When he was giving teachings, among the teachings during the first Dharma's liberation that we requested in Dharmasala, Alex Burson translated. So there was only one word he could not translate. That was Mount Everest. I remember there was only one word he could not understand. In Tibetan called Chomolamo, you see. So there's only one he could not understand. The only one he could not translate, I could translate. That I could translate, and the only one he could not translate is Mount Everest. So there's because I live nearby Mount Everest, So anyway, everything was very fluent translation, but just that one kind of was resistance, blockage to that. So it took a little bit of time, to get to know them out. So anyway, so I says that Tuchen Chögi Dorje, so someone said Tuchen Chögi Dorje is still there in the Himalayan mountain. Someone said it's still there. So you see, then great, the great yogi Chögi Dorje and Java in Sabah. So Lama Zopa was disciple, so forth. They did, you see, Tu Tam Ji Til means, the heart practice. It's a very essential practice that you have in the heart. The most important thing. And so they did this as a heart practice and achieved unified state, but in one life. And then Papa Rinpoche says, this is our tradition. All the previous holy beings, this has been their heart practice, and less words. It is less words, but it embodies, or it contains a lot, like oceans or sea, meanings. You see this, subject. You see, like sky, and it has great blessing, and it has very very profound, vital point, great vital, important points. Then. So this is an advice to I think I don't remember who, the disciples, individual disciples who you see, asking for advice, their practice, things like that. So Papa Rinpoche was advising that. So in their life, you see, so Guru Puja, and then on the basic days, then once here, Bhagavad saying to this particular person, but the daily practice, of course, depends on the particular person. You see, so here it says, on the basis of Guru Puja, then at Yamantaka, say what soli, huh? Solitary, so Yamataka practice, the sadhana or the vajrayogini. So one of the highest tantric. So on the basis of Lama Chöpa to practice one of the highest tantric, the deity. See, that's what the essence is. So to this particular person, then usually Pangati you see, highly praise and emphasize Hiruka practice, you see, for the mandala, especially like that. So to this particular person, then, Yamata Sultri, and or say, one say, I think it's from one from other tantra, I think. So Vajrayogini. Here advising two things. It looks like one from Father Tantra, one from Mother Tantra. Looks like that. So if you get down the practice, and then say, from so many ways, it becomes special. You see. It will say additional, see, so many ways, very profound and quick to achieve enlightenment. It says that the hard practice, Tuktam Nyamshi, even the practice, or the where you put man effort, the practices, emphasis that. There's no greater importance. There's no greater importance than integrating everything into Lamrim. Integrating everything into Lamrim. The gradual path to enlightenment, that which is one key for all the hundreds of, one key opening the door of the hundreds doors of the Buddha's teachings. So this is similar. I think maybe beginning of the Lamrim outlines, so Lamrim teaching is a key to understand the vast, the flow Buddha's teachings, the extensive the scriptures. It's like the key to open the door of the museum. It's like the key to open the lock. See, for the museum, that's the Lamrim teaching. So, it's easy to understand. the extensive scripture Buddha, and making them beneficial to your mind. See, Lamrim, not only to understand, not only to understand its path to enlightenment, the whole entire philosophical teaching or scripture, all the words, path to enlightenment, not only to understand, but makes the whole entire teaching of Buddha that you study, all the extensive teaching, the benefits to one's mind. Lamrim, through Lamrim, makes that. It says it is extremely important to do these practices. It is extremely important to do this practice. That the Tibetan word netukava means, you see, so the militaries, armies, when they in the war, you see, when they shoot bomb or whatever it is, without missing the point, you see, hitting right without missing the target whom you have to hit, you see, in a hit on the right target the enemy, you see. So exactly like this. And so FPMT was emphasizing that extremely important that all this practice to hit on the right point, the target. So it means ego, all this practice. So emphasizing more, all this practice, you see, to aim target to your mind, also mind, target, and delusions, then especially self-cherishing thought, like that. You see, because without that, we have bodhicitta, you can achieve enlightenment. That if the self-cherishing thought there never change, then can never achieve bodhicitta, can never achieve enlightenment, and then can never do perfect work to other sentient beings. So importance of doing all this practice, but when one does this practice, it's very extremely important to need to kill, so to hit right on the point. So see, delusion, and especially self-cherishing thought. So that. So here it says this telling to the Tibetan people, I think, you see, many Tibetan people recite so many prayers, in the daily life. So many prayers. So that's probably the same. But I think it's common. Not. They're not talking about say. Yeah. not talking about geishas or you see who knows how to practice Dharma, who knows Dharma is not, but it's common, ordinary people. So there's a lot of prayers, and so to eliminate obstacles in their life, bring prayers to Tara and 8 types of prayer, the kingdom prayer and blissful realm prayers and the material prayer. There's 8 prayers that are very common to recite. Very common to recite. Say, to dedicate the merits extensively at the end, and then for people, somebody who died, and then in the monasteries to recite 8 types of prayer. It's that's a very common thing to do. You see, so Prabhupada was saying, accept these prayers, for eliminate obstacles, prayers to Tara and 8 types of prayers. Accept this. So, other than this, doing so many other prayers, which looks like Dharma, appear as Dharma. So many Nyang is kind of messy. It depends on which context. It could be dirt, like mud everywhere. You see, or the or ink dropped everywhere, or they say depends on context. So kind of messy. So like that is during many prayers would say Chotanang Chimar Mipimbe Tanang so appeared like Dharma, but it's not Dharma. And all sorts of prayers. Even the subject-wise, not real Buddha's teachings, not taught by Buddha, you see. So during so there's certain text there. So I think referring the people do a lot recite it. So that which doesn't benefit the next life. So leave out all this, all this elaboration. Leave out, all this elaboration. Leave out. The prayer that you're doing now, the Guru Puja, inseparability of bliss and voidness. This one, not becoming just only merely reciting words. Not without becoming just mere words. Running, 한주 without 한주 마송과 관계. So, 특점 mere words is 한주 마송서 just you're just rushing, just So without 관계 means as much elaborated 관계. 강려 means as much as 강려 means as much as say slow. You see, as much as elaborate, as much as slow. 강려 내도 강kelda, and on pinpoint on the 내도 강kelda. As much as hitting on the point, as much as hitting on the point, on the target. So it's relating to the mind. What's the mind? So the assignments before delusion, steps of self-cherishing thought. So that's what it means. I remember asking Gishi Chambawong, the most successful meditator, all meditated Dharamsala, the first ones, who many of them already passed away. The first ones that Dharamsala was with great success. So after I made connection, Dharma connection to Gichi after taking the pill retreat, you see, this Julian, taking the essence, where you don't need to, where without need food, need to make food, obtain food, then you just live on pills, in an isolated place, very, very far, where it's so far to get food, all these things, So after I to that, then I asked Krishnamurti, what is the quickest way to achieve what's that word to say? I think what's the quickest way to achieve, I think, Lamrim realization, I think that's a problem question I asked. Then his answer was, his answer, quickest way to achieve realization, Lamrim, that is, always, you see, always regard, you see, your self-cherishing thought as an enemy, keep always a target, all the time as target. So, I think probably Gittamon mentioned. So whatever you do, see, try to use as a means to destroy the self-cherishing thought, the enemy self-cherishing thought. So then, you see, if that happens, then you see, if that happens, then all the obstacles to realization get dispelled. So in that way, then you have no obstacle in Dharma practice. See, you have no obstacle to practice Dharma. So that. Because it makes great sense, because while you're doing session, even somebody make noise outside, shout, or somebody bangs the door while you're doing session, banging the door while you're doing session, calling you while you're doing session, or having great time, you're having great time, or you're blissed out, or something. Then somebody's banging the door, so I call you. Anyway, just use an example. So see, then anger, unimaginable anger will rise, suddenly, so, want to kill this person, see. Even though you're reciting mantra, so even it is supposed to meant in the session of reciting mantra, deities that it meant to for anger, meant to pacify anger. But anyway, so the incredible anger would rise immediately, to kill the person, So anyway, there happened a story of persons. There happened a story that I think one student was doing retreat. You see, it's our Western student, and one student was doing retreat. Trying to finish numbers. And then somebody came, bang the door, and somebody can bang the door. I see. I think it might be personal that you have a problem. Somebody who you have problem. so the person can bang the door. Then this person who during retreat, he was holding a knife in the hand. There's a mala. There's a knife. The mala, in case this person open the door. Well, this is somebody. That person has, problems. So anyway, so he's holding the knife in the mala. So anyway, so anyway, anyway, so you see, so contradictory. Which is then become contradictory. See, what you are sitting in the meditation cushion, reciting, and then holding a knife, becomes so the danger become like that. You see why Papa Ngadishimbo saying so much to hit on the why the practice to hit on the right target is why he emphasizes so much. All this practice, even though they're so profound, all this secret and blah blah blah. They say secret and the essential Buddha Dharma. All that. So why is emphasized so much to hit on the right, hit on the target, on the point. So that is big. I think why Papunga emphasizes so much is because if that is missed out, if the target, the delusion, also self-cherishing, if it's missed out, you see, then if it's missed out, then you see, so then there's danger, becomes like this, as this example. Then you see, because missed out, then you see, then this retreat during session, you see, become some other purpose. It didn't become purpose to practice Dharma, which means practice Dharma. It didn't become practice Dharma, which means you see, destroying one's own delusions. Remitted to one's own delusions, remitted to one's own self-cherishing. So it didn't become. So that's why the person is holding knife here, the mala here, during reciting mantra of deity during session, and then so like that. See. So anyway. So you see, so if he didn't hit on the right target, there was on delusion, there's self-cherishing thought, then even though it's a very secret, profound, all the great, you see, then it doesn't, you see, so it doesn't become quick path to enlightenment. It cannot pacify. See, it because it's not. See, it missed the target. It's not used for that. Then you see, you use then there's danger. Using the practice to develop the delusion, using the like during the retreat to develop delusion, during the sessions, chanting mantra session during the retreat to develop delusion, you see. So it becomes the other way. It becomes the other way around. You see, because motivation is something else. It's not Dharma. You see, so like that. So the practice, you see, didn't hit on the target, and it didn't hit on the right point. So which means you made a mistake at the beginning. Which means why it didn't hit on the right point? Because you made a mistake at the. One thing is you made a mistake at the beginning. You see the practice, which is the motivation. So that you see, where you direct your from beginning. you see, where you direct, you see, so that become wrong, mistaken. So that. So he says, yeah, and then combined with the commentary, then it says, then as much as they do what one can, the meditation, and so here, let's say, maybe I said, as much as what one can, meditation is the commentary. Then refuge, mandala offering, confessing downfall, mixima, so forth. This counting these numbers, you see, the elaborate or short. And purifying, collecting merits. This various practices according to one's own time that one has, and especially in the Qingzhou Tamba supreme merit field. This verse you see from Lama Chöpa. In these words, there's Lam Rim, and there's a thought transformation, and the generation stage, completion stage, and power, transferring consciousness. So this is all what is contained in the last part of the prayer. So there is a so there is a there's a whole body elaborated, the profound importance of the complete path of Sutra and Tantra is here in this Lama Chöpa. You see, in this the last part, the prayer of the graduate path to enlightenment, which starts from the supreme field. So Prabhupada says, so shouldn't be just merely word, just running so fast. Should reflect the profound meaning in the heart as much as one can. So means while you're reciting a word, I say, yeah. So even just to be, according to the words, even just to become mere prayer, And so without the meditation, even just to become mere prayer, according to the words, you see. But it has definitely, even just to become mere prayer, you see, praying to, just pray, may I achieve this realization, may I achieve this realization, may I prayer, see. But even without the meditation, see, what I was saying is that, so it definitely leaves extraordinary special imprint on the complete the pure path, imprint of the pure path that was complete, and it definitely that definitely makes to achieve enlightenment, the essence of life. Therefore, so you are recitation prayer practice, principle one, should be this. On this and on the point, on the target, and so integrate everything into this whole practice. Then this one, then like it's like here it says hundreds of water comes into one bridge. That's an expression, I think. So maybe another example, hundreds of water or thousands or millions of water. Anyway, it comes to ocean. From which direction of the country where it becomes, but you see, it all comes in the ocean. So that's the thing. So which embodies, so many the importance of the Buddha's teachings. So then it says, so this is the essential scripture of manifestation of the gotten in the East ear lineage, or whispering lineage. The blessing what it has. Chilabki Sangha Shinang Minyamba Shindu Neche Jung. So the blessing what it has is unequal than other practices. This one has a blessing that unequal to other practices. So it is great importance. So to achieve the realizations of the path of enlightenment. And then it says, without cunning mind, with a loving thought, so I say, attending to that person is coming without cunning. Many religion problem himself, without cunning mind, and so with a loving thought, then especially pursuing the, you engage in this practice, and it was so easy, but it has a great meaning. The essential practice. It has I say, yeah. So this importance I clarify, say, straight to you. Say, so I say, it's very poetic or sweet words. So say, by taking in the heart, observing the heart, and then do the extensive practice on the pure path, that which makes to achieve enlightenment, or whole realization. So keep this in the heart. I request, it says. So anyway, the other one, one thing that I say, start. It is not something I say peculiar, but so the normal part of the practice, not peculiar. Very important, I think, to stop when we come to rejoicing, must stop. This start. I don't know what other times when you do 7 practice. I try to introduce the beginning, when I led the prayer, but stop there and to whatever you say. To give a little bit time to meditate the rejoicing. That's, I think, very important. I think because here you can collect limitless God's merit so many times. In every second, you see, within a minute you can so many times collect limitless God's merit, you see, multiply merits, yours and others. So if we don't get to meditate, we just always recite the words, and if you don't meditate, if you are while the prayers are recited, if you are meditating, of course, then of course no question, the practice get done. But if it's just a word become without meditation, then you lost all this. It's much greater. This is greater loss than billions of dollars. Greater loss than billions of dollars. If, for example, if we lost $100, we would feel so incredible losses. If we lost $100, you had $100, and then gone disappeared. See, it would be incredible loss. So billion. So billion. So you lost $1 billion, the person will become crazy. Nervous breakdown will become crazy, will be suicidal, or they say, anyway. See. Yeah. Anyway. So how the great loss is $1 billion loss. Nothing. It is hardly anything. It's nothing comparing within that minute. Limitless God's merit you collect by rejoicing. All the merit collected from beginner's past lives by rejoicing. Your own merit you see collected from by rejoicing. It will multiply. It will double. See, so collect limitless God's merit. Then also by rejoicing. So I'm not going to specify here. Collect limitless God's merit by rejoicing. Sentient beings, other sentient beings, whose level of mind is higher, whose level of mind is especially lower than yours. Then rejoicing with the self-merit. Unbelievable. You see, Lama Chöpa highly praised. That merit you collect. The rejoicing is the easiest way to collect merit and the most extensive. If you do it, the most extensive merit. You see, so $1 billion is nothing. It's nothing. It's like, like 1 penny or something. There's nothing compared all those merits. Even $1 trillion is nothing. So we're losing unbelievable opportunity. Always, if it become always just words, you see. So of course, when the prayer is led by others, then you have not much choice. You do what you can. You do what you can. You see, within that time, you do what you can. In the kind of much, you do what you can. You see. But when you do the prayer by yourself, or I think in the organization, so I think it's to give a little bit time to meditate. You see, so what happens if we don't do meditation, when you do prayer, then it appears just a ritual. That's one thing. If we don't do the meditation, you see, then it appears just, that's what appears to people, like, sort of, you see, then it appears just like the Christian, like what people think in the Christian temple, you see, when they go to a church, temple, church, anyway. So, you see what people believe, it's a ritual. So, anyway, so that's also, then it becomes boring and tired, become boring and tiring without meditation. But when you do meditation, you see, if you know the meditation and if you do the meditation, two things: you know the meditation and you do the meditation, then the idea of ritual is not there. It's just ritual. It's a medicine. It become medicine for your emotional mind, or there's a simple way to say. But however, you see, then you enjoy, and you see, it's like going to the beach. You walk so hard, and you walk so hard. Then you go to the beach. You see, you go to the beach. So that's a great day. That's a great day. Great day. Essence of life. The real essence of life. The great day. Real essence of life. Go to the beach. Relax. Lay down in the sun. Lay down in the sun and go, ride the waves or go to swim or So essence of life in a great day. See. So now here becomes great day. Here you see by meditating, great day. So, but this great day is actually exercising the whole path. Making preparation mind every time closer. But then making preparation all the time. The essence, making preparation every time, every session, every time, making preparation. As you're preparing yourself all the time to liberate other sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to enlightenment. So every time you're preparing yourself to liberate numberless sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering and bring them in full enlightenment. So that's what it is. So you should remember this. You see, each time when you do sessions and meditation, normally when you do your prayers, your sadhanas, commitments, so you should remember that. See, of course, generally, any other activity we do, so everything can be, whatever we do, everything can be for that. Whatever we do, everything can be for that. Aim to liberate sentient from the oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to enlightenment. So then everything will be, and then it's like bodhisattva. Whatever we do, everything, you see, become cause to achieve enlightenment, because then everything to benefit us and things like that. So I want to remind this again. So of course, certain times, there's no time, to stop and do things, but usually much to that, even such a short time. So it reminds people. It gives time for yourself to meditate as well as it gives time to other people. Reminds other people why he stopped here, or what for he stopped here. So it reminds people to meditate. It gives a chance to so many people to collect extensive meditation. So this is, you see, that's an example talking about rejoicing, but then similar to other things. You see, where we're doing prayer, to meditation as much as possible. There's excellent, if you have received high tantra initiation, then there's excellent excellent commentary on Guru Puja, planned by His Holiness Dalai Lama. I think one of Dhamma celebration, second Dhamma celebration, I think we requested, the Guru Puja. So there's a book already produced. That's it's a very unique. There are many other commentaries of Guru Puja, so many in Tibetan text, but the common one is by Gajin Yeltsin, this great Lama. That one is commonly that's used. So anyway, this is honest one. This has this Buddhist has a vast check what this Lama, what this great Lamas, how this great Lama explained. Guru Puja, just Guru Puja. Check many how present. Then unite. You see in this commentary. So you see, so it's so extremely clear, and very effective. You see, pinpoint. You see that. So so commentary. You see, to learn about it. That is excellent teaching there. So that. So I can stop here. Okay. So thank you very much. So chagram or whatever it is. Maybe near lunchtime. Okay. Good evening to everyone. Surprising, everybody survived from this morning up to now. Very surprising. Oneself and others all together. Not only survive. Not only able to survive, having spiritually having this precious human body, and then not only that, having this human body qualified, which has 18 qualities, or the 8 ravening qualities, and then able to, not only having this, but precious human body having all these qualities, but able to use able to use this many hours today, see, to not only to achieve happiness of the future life, happiness of future lives, Not only, Guru's birth and so forth, not only that, but liberation from samsara, creating cause for that. Practicing Dharma, which becomes, which called to achieve that. And not only that, practicing Dharma to achieve full enlightenment, cessation of all the mistakes of mind, completion of all the realizations, and which enables to liberate numberless sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering and bring them in full enlightenment which enables that to reveal the methods to bring the sentient beings from happiness, to enlightenment. Liberated them from the lower realms, those who are in the lower realm, like that. Then we see, like that, from happiness, to bring them a higher realm. Then meet Dharma, let them to practice Dharma, and then, like that, from then, step by step, from happiness, then gradually bring them to enlightenment. So which one is able, after oneself achieving enlightenment, which one able to do the perfect work towards a numberless sentient beings, not just one, not just a few, but towards a numberless sentient beings. So so today, 30 minute hours to be able to use our precious human body for that, utilize, make it, and especially with the bodhicitta, make it the most beneficial to sentient beings, this many hours. So that is, the most, is a miracle, or say, unimaginable. Hard to believe that, hard to believe that it's happening to us. If you look at, if you look at, sentient beings just who are around, you don't have to think very far. You see, just, look at around, examine just around, You see, but, there's human body, but no opportunity to meditate, or that you see, no wisdom to understand what is right, what is wrong, what is right to practice, wrong to abandon. Wisdom, Dharma wisdom, able to discriminate in the life what is right to practice, right which is only causes happiness, what is to be practiced, and the wrong which brings only problems, which brings only suffering. This life and the future life after this, only brings problems, life after life. So to abandon that, so not having Dharma wisdom, totally ignorant, and you see, not having Dharma wisdom, not knowing meditation, you see, practice, not knowing the path to happiness, not knowing path to liberation, not knowing path to enlightenment. So not knowing meditation on these things, not knowing meditation, which means not knowing meditation on these things. So you see, even for oneself to achieve happiness, and so that. So, however, if you look at the rest of the world, we can see the differences. Then we see how we are so fortunate, how oneself is so fortunate, and think of those places where there's a lot of wars, a lot of tortures, a lot of famine, sicknesses, a lot of famine, there's all these problems. Not only there's no opportunity to practice Dharma, but there's so many other problems in the life. So then that you see, by comparing to them, then you can see how we are so fortunate, not having those problems, and, on top of all that, having incredible opportunity to practice Dharma. Most important to Dharma, most important to practice Lamrim. Stages path to enlightenment. It is essence, the heart of the whole entire Buddha Dharma, 84,000 teachings of Buddha, the whole entire essence of the whole entire you see, the 84,000 teachings of the Buddha, omniscient one, the compassionate one, or fully enlightened one. So, see, the Lamrim, especially Lamrim, see, learning, meditating the heart of the whole entire Buddha-Dharma, Sutra, and Tantra. You see, that's what the amazing thing is. And that, for example, in Chinese, in the Chinese, those countries for mainland China or the Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Chinese Mahayana, even though it's a Mahayana tradition, but you see, haven't met so many people haven't met, you see, even though they're very devoted, extremely devoted to Buddha Dharma Sangha, but haven't met the teaching of the Lamrim, the stage of the path of enlightenment. Haven't met, didn't the karma, haven't met. So, for example, they spend, you see, many years reading one sutra text, one volume, one sutra text. Spend a few years learning on that. So, so for example, the suffering of the womb, the suffering of the rebirth, womb, you see, in the womb, suffering of the rebirth. So there's one volume sutra on that. So for example, so like this one volume, you see, you spend 3-4 years studying just one volume, you see. So you can see now here, even though you're learning Buddhism, but you don't know how to go about it but you have no idea how to go about enlightenment, Person has no idea how to go about enlightenment, you see. How to go about enlightenment, has no idea, what's the beginning of the path? What is the beginning of the path to enlightenment? Where to begin the path? The beginning of Dharma practice, or the beginning of the path to enlightenment. Beginning of the path to enlightenment. That is the so person who has done a course. So, for example, here in the Tibetan Mahayana Buddhism, Tibetan Mahayana Buddhism, the tradition, you see, who has done a course of, on Lamrim, for example, the 1 month course Kapan, or in the West, at the centers or wherever, who did 7 days course on Lamrim, or 5 days course on Lamrim, or 2 days course on Lamrim. However, on the Lamrim, you see, so there is so everything is the whole entire Dharma is embodied into Lamrim, the gradual part of the the whole entire teaching of the Buddha, Sutra, Tantra, or the less veiled path, Paramita and the Mahayana, the Sutra part, the bodhisattva part, and then the Mahayana, the tantric part. So the So everything embodied into Lamrim, the gradual part of the lower capable being and general, gradual part of the middle capable being, and general, gradual part of the higher capable being. It's all embodied into this, into Lamrim, the three levels of Lamrim path, and so one know what is the beginning of the path. From perfect human birth, the gradual part of the lower capable being. The beginning of that is, you see, the first meditation of perfect human birth. You see, the realization that this human body is, I say, so hard, so precious. You see, they qualified with its 18 qualities, so that so that is the beginning of the path to enlightenment. You see, so as Sapapanga, the Jinjingpo explained. So so has an idea, how to go about enlightenment. You see, in the essence, in the graduate, how to go about enlightenment. So, idea of if from here one is going to Paris, or I say they going by flight or going by train or car or whatever, knowing the map, how to reach there. So that like that. So therefore, by meeting Lamrim teaching, you see, they say the Tibetan mind, Buddhism, the Lamrim teaching. So it become very simple, free from all the confusions that doesn't know how to integrate this very extensive the 84,000 teachings of Buddha, or the less vegal paramita and the teaching, and Mahayana paramita teaching, Mahayana the secret and the Vajrayana teaching, all these teachings of Buddha. You see, so without any confusion that you see, all these are for one person, oneself. It's graduate practice for oneself to achieve enlightenment. So, you see, so you see, by having heard Lamrim, then knows how to integrate all those teachings. So, so you see, there's no confusion. You see, very simple. See. To how to go about to enlightenment. Just say. So one of the things from one's own side to learn and practice. However, so therefore, we have this incredible fortune. See, that having this wisdom or this by meeting Lamrim teaching, that we know how to go about. At least one has an idea how to go about. Even one doesn't practice, but at least one has the idea, the knowledge. You see how to go about Dharma wisdom, how to practice, how to go about to enlightenment. So as in those countries, so many people, you see, study Dharma, so much devotion, study Dharma, but you see, doesn't know Lamrim, haven't met Lamrim teachings, doesn't come out to meet Lamrim teachings. So there's all this confusion. It doesn't know how to integrate, all these vast, many volumes of sutra teachings, how to put into practice, and go, and achieve enlightenment. So there's all this confusion, unclarity, and that. So can you imagine how that is solves a big problem in the life if you don't know how to go about into enlightenment. Even you are studying those extensive teachings, so that we can see how that is a great suffering. You're lost. Your life is totally lost. Even though it was very fortunate comparing other human beings or the other Buddhists, you see, who do not have karma to learn Mahayana teachings. Who don't have karma to hear even name Buddhist, but you see the most Buddhists do not have karma to hear even the name bodhicitta. Doesn't have karma even to hear the name bodhicitta. Besides having karma to actually to learn about those sutras, you see, about bodhicitta, to hear, do not have the karma. Even though there's fairly Dhamma Sangha, Buddhist, but do not have karma to hear even the name bodhicitta. So to hear the name, even the bodhicitta, you have to have a lot of merit, even just to hear the name, leave aside, forget about knowing the teaching, the techniques, how to develop the mind, bodhicitta, step by step. Forget about that. So knowing the teaching and then practicing, you see, forget about that. So that so it becomes difficult, even to be not only how to go about enlightenment, but didn't have no idea how to go, didn't have idea even to be how to achieve cessation of the suffering. See, how to go about to liberation, even total lost. You see, even though when studying those many sutra teachings, very extensive, you see, but lost no idea even how to achieve liberation from samsara. So, you see, in the whole life. So even that's unclear. So you can see, you compare, if you look at that, that is so that ignorance itself, see, having that ignorance is suffering. Is it, become fundamental suffering. That ignorance, you see. So like that, you see. Then that means, can't achieve liberation. Even doesn't know how to go to how to proceed the path. So like that. So therefore we say, if you compare like this to other human beings, even the Buddhists, you see, forget about other human beings. Most of human beings, no education of reincarnation, no education of karma. The advanced knowledge of mind, the education of mind, the depth. Because that, how much they suffer, with all this deep, very deep ignorance, have total wrong view of life, total wrong view of life, wrong view, of so many things, and so many hallucinations. The whole life is lived with the big piles of wrong concepts and wrong views. And constantly only creating cause of samsara. Not only that, cause of large ilm, 24 hours. So with all these wrong concepts, hallucination of life, so like that. So this becomes a reason to generate compassion to all those sentient beings, even though human beings. What is poor, or what is billionaire, zillionaire, or what is poor, external poor, poor. So what is billionaire or zillionaire, However, with all this unbelievable ignorance, like nighttime, no stars, no without sunlight, then nighttime, no stars, so no moon, no stars, dark, then like dark, then also filled with the foggy, totally foggy, like that. However, very heavily, mind is very heavily obscured, total wrong, so many wrong views. Very limited understanding about life, about the mind, about phenomena, like that. So so totally, so this becomes a reason to raise compassion for those, for all these sentient beings, human beings, that for the fundamental suffering of but in those countries, Singapore, Hong Kong, town like that, where there's so many very large number of Chinese minor Buddhists, but maybe 15 years ago, however, around, anyway, then there's been more Lam tea. So more people have met Lam teachings recent years. but still not everybody. So certain people, so there have been more and more in the recent years who meet the Tibetan Buddhism, the Lama teaching. So the more and more teachers, great lamas, those who are qualified great lamas, the issues who did extensive study in the Buddha Dharma for many years. So more and more came, and through our centers, FPMT centers having established in those countries, then so that becomes a contribution that more and more Chinese minds to meet, able to come to know Lama teachings. So that then as well as as well as the tantric practice, the highest tantric practice, so that's so that becomes this just becomes side talk. This becomes just side talk. Anyway, to appreciate, to learn how we are fortunate, to learn about yourself, to learn about ourselves, how fortunate, that. For how fortunate and how precious it is, opportunity that we have. So when we think such as the Lama teaching, and then also highest tantra, not tantra teaching, but tantra teaching on top of that, then spiritual highest tantra teaching. See, then you can see that these human bodies are even more and more precious. You see, when you think of all this human body, which is enabled to practice all this, then you can see the human body even more and more precious. So what I see, like that. So conclusion is, so you see, to conclusion is to enjoy the life. But how to enjoy the life is, you see, by realizing all this incredible opportunity we have, met all this Buddha Dharma, and that this human body enabled to, you want to wish it enabled practice, gives opportunity to that. And this is not long. This opportunity doesn't last long. This is just for a short time. Just for a very short time. Just about once. So therefore, then one must put effort to continue practice. Take the opportunity as much as possible to learn and practice. And to learn and practice. So that's the way to enjoy the life. So what tonight at the beginning I thought, which becomes oral transmission. oral transmission of this Kolon Guru from Fa, composed by Pavanka Technyingpo. As I read, it becomes oral transmission for you. This is my last teaching that I received from my root guru, His Holiness Trijang Rinpoche, who is His Dalai Lama's younger tutor. So this was my last teaching at Dharamsala I have received. And this tune just naturally came in my mind. Wanted to have some tune, then just came naturally in the mind. Maybe blessing with the Guru. So that. Yeah, I think that, this is a very profound, Guru Yoga. Essential meditation Guru Yoga is there, and good devotion practice. Then also Lamrim. Then there's also high tantra at the end, you see. And a very effective way Pavanka has presented with his own realizations, that. So I think purpose of my life is to free numberless helpings from all the suffering and causes, bring them to enlightenment, and free the numberless hungry ghosts from the suffering causes, bring them to enlightenment, and free the numberless animals, free them from all the suffering and causes, and bring them in full enlightenment, free the numberless human beings from all the suffering and causes, and bring them to enlightenment, free the Surasuras, those numberless, free them from all the suffering and causes, and bring them in full enlightenment, free the intermediate stage beings, numberless of them, from all the suffering and causes, and bring them to enlightenment. Therefore, I must achieve full enlightenment. Therefore, I must achieve full enlightenment, and therefore I'm going to take the oral transmission of the Kolon Guru from Fa. I don't have the title. I think the title is lost. Title of my text is lost. So, there must be some very rich title, but I think it's lost. And also going to meditate, on the path. So maybe somebody read the English. The first, I see, the fourth stanza, stanza, see. One finish one sentence, then I read then I chant the Tibetan.
So, calling the Guru from afar, page 79. The long one, Rinpoche? The long one?
Yeah, the very long one. the longest one that longer than the earth.
Okay, page 71.
That takes many days, many months to finish. Maybe they read English first.
Lama, think of me. Lama, think of me. Lama, think of me. The wisdom of great bliss of all Buddhas, one taste with the Dharmakaya, is itself the ultimate nature of all kind lamas. I beseech you, Lama, Dharmakaya, please look after me always without separation.
Okay. Lama Ejin, Lama Ejin, Lama Ejin. Sanje Yugunji Yeshi Dejen Joyoji. Teni Jinjin Lama Yugunji Rangshi Yandaratu. Lama Juji Yegula Yenine Soa Endeveso Deji Parado Yegundo Yendame Jesu Zungji. So, for meditation, then one visualizes up one's crown or front. So then you use all the subject on, let's say, related to that guru, so like that. So it's like when we do meditation, guru version. So you visualize the guru is there, then you do the meditation. So you see analytical fixed meditation. So that you see, and using also quotations. So similar here. Either you visualize all, or just guru. That is all the other gurus. Just one aspect, and then then meditate. But these stanzas, you see, relate to that. Meditate. Please read next one.
Wisdom's own illusory appearance, the conqueror with 7 branches, is itself the ultimate basis of emanation of all kind lamas. I beseech you, Lama Sambhogakaya, please look after me always without separation, in this life, future lives, and the bardo.
Teni Jinjin Lama Yegunji Jushi Yadaratu Lama Roju Zoguru Yenine Soa Yendeveso Deji Barado Yegundo Yandame Jesu.
The play of various emanations, sweetening the disposition of the many to be subdued, is itself the behavior of the Sambhogakaya of all kind lamas. I beseech you, Lama Nirmanakaya, please look after me always without separation, in this life, future lives, and the bardo.
Jeni Ayandu Jaya Kamashi Ayana Tsu Jive Ayarangar Teni Jijin Ayalama Ayalonju Zogu Ayanamjur Lama Ayadruve Yangula Ayanine Zoa Deveso Deji Parado Yugundo Yandame Jesu Yesungshi.
The play of the inseparable 3 kayas, appearing in the form of the Lama, is itself one with the very essence of all kind lamas. I beseech you, Lama, the inseparable 3 kayas, please look after me always without separation, in this life, future lives, and the bardo.
Kusama Yemin Ruba Yalame Susu Sharava Teni Jinjin Ayalama Yakunji Jini Kusama Yemin Lama Yenine Soba Endeveso Deji Parado Yegundo Yendame Jesu
All the infinite, peaceful and wrathful yidams are also the Lama's nature. And since no yidam exists apart from the Kan Lama himself, I beseech you, Lama, who comprise all yidams, please look after me always without separation, in this life, future lives and the bardo.
Yedama yashiru yaraba jama yakunjang alame yarangshin tinje yalama yanyele yedama yaloso mebe yedama yakundu yalama yanyene soba yende beso deje parado yegundo yendame jiso sungshi.
The ordinary form of all Buddhas arises in the aspect of the Lama. Therefore, no Buddhas are observed apart from the Kan Lama himself. I beseech you, Lama, who comprise all Buddhas, please look after me always without separation, in this life, future lives and the bardo.
Sanje kunji jesu ayalame nambara yesharabe tenje lama nyele sanje loso mimi sanje kunde lama nyene so endebeso deje parado yugundo yandame jesu yesunshi.
The very form of all conquerors' wisdom, compassion and power arise as the Lama. Therefore, the Supreme Arya Lords of the three families are also the Kan Lama himself. I beseech you, Lama, who combines three families in one, please look after me always without separation, in this life, future lives and the bardo.
Pajo resun yengun jang ayatin jen lama yin pa resum jedu lama nyene so va ende beso deje parado yugundo yadame jesu yesunshi.
The 100, 5 and 3 families, however many elaborated, are the Lama, the pervasive master himself, in whom they are all included, is also the Lama. I beseech you, Lama, as master of all the families, please look after me always without separation, in this life, future lives and the bardo.
Reja renga yare sumo yachi nye royanga yalama tega kado yenduve chabada nijanga yalama Lama regun yanda boro yenyene sowa yende beso deje parado
The creator of all Buddhas, Dharma and Sangha is the Lama. The one who combines all three refuges is the kind Lama himself. I beseech you, Lama, whose presence combines all refuges, please look after me always without separation, in this life, future lives, and the bardo.
Sanje yadang yengendu yegunji chebo yalama checho jawasum yengundu yatinje yalama yin Javagun duja yalama yanine soa yendebeso deje pado yugundu yendame jesu yisungshi.
Thinking of how the actual form of all Buddhas arise in the aspect of the Lama and mercifully looks after me, reminds me of you, Lama.
Sanje gunji yaransu yalami nabara jarane Teve Jesu Yezinzulu Yasamanjin Yalama Yejenu.
Thinking of how you show the excellent, unmistaken path to me, an unfortunate, wretched being, abandoned by all the Buddhas, reminds me of you, Lama.
Sanje yagunji yabangbe kalanje nyamda yandala manoro lama sang yatinzuru yasamanjin yalama yeten.
Thinking of this excellent body, highly meaningful and difficult to obtain, and wishing to take its essence with unerring choice between gain and loss, happiness and suffering, reminds me of you, Lama.
Manoro nyebo yelende ayasamanje yalama yetenu.
Thinking of the experience of not knowing what to do when the great fear of death suddenly descends upon me, reminds me of you, Lama.
Lobora chebe yajeje yarange yatodo yababane jeja yatome yangazo yasamaje yalama yedeno.
Thinking of the experience of just now suddenly separating from all the perfection of this life and going on alone, reminds me of you, Lama. Thinking of the experience of my naked body falling into the terrifying fire of hell and being unable to bear it, reminds me of you, Lama.
So here you see, one can think, here, one can think that you're on your bed, then that you're on your bed, you see. Or either in the hospital, the bed, or in the car on the way to hospital. In the what's the car? The making noise. Ambulance. At an ambulance or your own room. Your own room. And the breath comes out stronger. Breathing in is weaker. This is the last minute of your life. Like this. And your life is ending. And your eyes, doesn't close, doesn't, see, your eyes there like this, just very near the death, you see, doesn't close, you see, like that. And, like that. Nose like this. Yeah, those are signs of near signs of death. Become like that. So, other you have all these wires. If it's a hospital, this with the missions. So in the bed, you see yourself, and then people, families, friends, they're around you. So you're they're around you, looking at your face. They're crying. That, or eyes rolling up. Also near the death is eyes, rolling up. Persons going to reincarnate in the lower realm. Eyes rolling up. White, so rolled up. The white side rolled up, like that. Everything separated. Friends, family, property, house, land, all the possessions, money in the bank, cars, Mercedes cars. What is it? What's the long car? What's it called? Has many windows. Limousine. Goodbye, limousine. Goodbye, limousine. Goodbye, TV. Goodbye, TV. Anyway. So that. All those hundreds of dresses to wear winter times, summertime, autumn time, springtime, cold, hot. All those billions of shoes. To wear inside, outside. Different places, different times, different functions, different parties. Anyway, so from the head down to the shoes, from the head down to the shoes. Anyway, all that. Yeah. So the most beloved children's, companion, most beloved companion, friends, separating everything, no choice. Separate from them. Have to, one step alone. Have to go. Even the body that is cherished by you, that is cherished most. That all the time, in your life, cherish the most. You see, that spent, how many dollars, I'm not sure, for this body, whole life. I don't know, maybe, anyway, many hundred thousands of dollars, or dependent persons, many millions of dollars, or billions of dollars spent for this body. Cherish the most. You see. Now even that has to be left on the bed. Has to be left. Conscience alone, bare conscience alone, has to go to the next slide. Then how much you hold, grab the hands of the most beloved one when you're dying, nothing can help. Holding on the bed, or grabbing the most beloved one's the hand, doesn't, no choice, have to leave. They can't protect you. They can't stop your death. How much one wish to live, to be with them, with the most beloved children, with the most beloved family, wish to live. No choice. Uncontrollably have to live. See? Have to go to the next. Have to go to see. Next slide. Conscience alone, bare conscience alone. Have to go next slide. In the meditation, then see. So, in very powerful, intensive purification is not get done. Didn't get done Dharma practice before death. Then means lower realm. How much the family member don't want the person to die. See, no choice. They don't want, they wish the person to live. Don't want to die. They're all screaming. They all scream. How much they, scream. Asking to not die. However, no choice. No, see. And then with very sad face, with the tears come out. Then all these karmic appearances happening, the signs to be reborn the lower realm, all this fright, all this, even the person doesn't believe reincarnation, karma, but karma exists, reincarnation exists. the terrifying karmic appearance happening at the time of death, the person gets so frightened, very frightened face, and seeing all kinds of things. So that very violent, very kind of violent death is that. So this I'm just elaborating from what Papangadesni said to meditation. That as Papangadesni mentioned, so if it's a Buddhist, then I say so as Pamela mentioned that you see the last drink, last thing, and then the blessed pills in the mouth, then but cannot go through the throat, cannot go inside the body, you see, just in the mouth. Last, say, like as it mentioned in the heart spoon, the impairment, the teachings on it, and the impairments that like that. Then you see, just near the time of death, you see your whole path, you see your whole life like TV, like watching a documentary, like a documentary of a person. You see childhood time, middle age, when the person become old. So like watching documentary of so you see documentary of yourself, in your view, like revision of your life. You see, seeing all the bad things what one has, all the bad things, need karmas what one has done. All those you see, seeing the whole life, going through just by karma. You see, then that makes even more you see, sad. You see, because of all the negative karma that was done. You see, even one doesn't accept reincarnation karma, but there's fear in your heart. You see, your heart expresses. Even intellectually, one doesn't believe. If there is no reincarnation, no karma, why should be afraid? You see, something's going to happen. You have no idea at all, but something terrible thing's going to happen after this. You see, there's some premonition. So your heart tells. Even you don't believe, even you, as an intellectual in your life, don't believe reincarnation karma. So, you see, so that, okay, Jiro nyawe yemena yarandu jambara yelone sela mebe ngazu aya samaji lama etenu.
Thinking of how the suffering of hunger and thirst without a drop of water is directly experienced in the unfortunate Preta realms reminds me of you, Lama.
Aje yeda nisu ayase gama jude imebi doma yasum yanyozu ayasamaji lama edenu.
Thinking of how very repulsive and wretched it is to become a foolish, stupid animal, and what it would be like to experience it myself, reminds me of you, Lama.
Lama Chöpa ye june ye shindu amindu ye kalangen tenra rangdo ye nyongzo ye samanji lama edenu.
Thinking of a refuge to protect me from this, since I'm about to fall into the wretched states of bad migration, reminds me of you, Lama.
So here, after this, say, higher body, human body. After this beautiful human body, then conscious. If one is reborn, if one is reborn dog, if one is reborn, if one is reborn, say, crocodile, you see, once the birth is taken, what you can do? Nothing. You have to be like that. You have to live on eating other animals. There's incredible fear to other, giving incredible fear to other animals. Every day, so many times. This huge mouth, this huge, so many teeth, huge mouth. What you can do? Nothing. You have to be crocodile. You have to, you see, you have to be, let's say, you have to suffer. You have to be in that situation with that body until your karma finishes. Or you die, again born as a crocodile. You see. So when the karma is heavy, then like that many times. So once the karma has ripened, that so you can't do anything. No matter how it's unbearable, no matter how much you suffer, nothing you can do. Or born as a snake, born as a snake. That the poisonous snake or something that terrifies even the people by seeing that, makes them run away or say, or that that others kill by seeing the others throw stones or kill, or others get just by seeing it terrified, just by seeing this body, seeing that body, the others get terrified. You didn't mean that, you didn't mean to the body to terrify others. It willingly done. It's not that. By karma, due to ignorance, karma, born as a snake. So this is a situation. You can do nothing. Then again, your food is other animal. So every day, have to create so many negative karma, killing others. That nothing you can do. There's nothing that one can do. So until the karma finishes, have to be like that. So. So the purpose of meditating, purpose of meditating, the suffering, the hell realm, hungry ghost, animal. Purpose of meditating, purpose of educating the sufferings of the lower realm. At the time of death, it's already at the time of death, it's already late. Life's gone. But much before, then educating the sufferings of those realms, and then educating karma, educating the cause of those. What makes to reincarnate those suffering beings, and educating that, instead of being totally ignorant, then have so much fear at the time of death, and then she born in those realms, and then suffer for unimaginable length of time. So earlier, educate oneself. Those sufferings, those sentient beings' sufferings, and you see, by educating karma, understand karma, then seek for method, means to purify, the way to free, the way to liberate yourself. Then you see, practicing Dharma to purify cause of those, then purify negative karma, which is a cause of those, lower birth, those sufferings, and then living in the morality, abstaining from those negative karmas, living in the precepts, abstaining from those negative karmas. So to pursue not only educate karma, so, to courage, to inspire, to enlighten oneself, so that one can change, so that one can continuously courage to practice Dharma, to practice meditation, and then continuously to achieve happiness. So from happiness to happiness, to achieve liberation, to achieve full enlightenment. So that Lama Chöpa ye june ye shindu amindu ye kalang tenda ye rangdo ye nyungzulu ye samanjin ye lama ye jenu. Next one.
Thinking of how white and black actions are experienced, and of how to practice thorough and precise engagement and restraint reminds me of you, Lama. Thinking of a method to escape this prison of endless existence, the source of all suffering, reminds me of you, Lama.
I think maybe I repeated twice, I think. So now I have more jobs. So here before the karma, it says, because I'm close, close to fall down. Before describe the lower realm sufferings, you see, in this pitiful, evil-gone realm, I'm just about to fall down. Just about to rebound there. Then, while I'm thinking the method, the refuge that which protects me, saves me from this. I remember. It reminds me of Guru. So one of the because I say. At the time of death, one of the generally in our life, critical in our life, when we are in the critical situation, you see, experiencing heavy obstacle or sicknesses or so including death. So to remember Guru, to making a request to the Guru it is said in the teachings by the lineage Lama Zopa Rinpoche that is the best thing to do to make a request to the Guru. See. When other methods doesn't work, then you see, other methods doesn't work. Other practice, other method doesn't work. Then you see, this is the most powerful thing. Making a request to Guru. So here, remembering the Lama, so that it's the best solution. So here, so describe the lower realm sufferings. You see how it's unbearable. Then here it talks about that. So actually, I'm about to, now about to fall down, experience those sufferings. It's not something very far. In the future after many 100 years or 1,000 years. So not like that. You see. So in mind might think, oh yes, but this is a long time. Yes, lower realm, but even so, but it won't happen this time. It won't happen today. It won't happen this year. After many years, long time. So here, saying, you see, that concept permanent cheat, even the same day when you're going to die by a car accident, even the same day when you're going to die by a car accident, you see, in the morning when you wake up, you have this concept that I'm going to live for many years. You see, even one accept lower realm, but one think, it won't happen to me. It won't happen to me. It won't happen to me for a long time, like that. You see, reincarnated in the lower realm. So this is even just a minute, even just before car accident, you have this concept that I'm going to live for many, many years. I'm not going to die for a long time. I'm going to live for many years. This concept is there even just before the car accident. This, the dying, death happening by car accidents. Even that concept was there, even just before up to the car accidents. So here, so lower realm, this terrifying, most terrifying, the lower realm, there's a hell realm, Hungry Ghost, animal realm. So these. Those getting reborn, like those pitiful beings, totally overwhelmed by heaviest suffering. Not only there's no opportunity to practice Dharma. So between that most unbearable suffering, those realm, and between you and the most unbearable lower realms, what is there between is this breath, this breath. Whenever this breath, this fragile, this nothing solid, see this breath. So between there's only this breath. What's left? This breath, breathing in and out. So anytime this breath goes out and then come back, and that's it. Then that's it. The lower realm is just there. The most terrifying, the hell hunger is there. It's appeared. The minute you see this breath goes out and didn't come back. That's it. You see, so it's not something very far. So, so this can be stopped anytime. This breath, it can be stopped anytime. So therefore, negative karma to be reborn, one day, so within 1 hour, with the actions, with the attachment clinging to this life, that is non-virtuous thought. So whatever action that is done, whatever action, eating, walking, sitting, sleeping, even doing meditation, even doing prayers, even making charity to others, but it's done with the attachment, clinging to one's this life happiness. You see, either to receive something back from that person, or or to get reputation, attachment in the reputation, that to become famous, or other people praising that you are so good, they are so generous, kind. So that the mind has a non-virtuous thought, clinging happen in this life, non-virtuous thought. So even giving, making charity become non-virtue. Then also meditation become non-virtue. You see, doing prayer become non-virtue. So with that non-virtuous motivation, done with the motivation which is non-virtue. So there was so many negative karma collected with 1 hour in 1 day. Then this year, this week, this month, this year, from beginning to birth. So even we are trying to practice Dharma, even we learn Dharma, trying to practice, but you see, very little that actions which become virtue. So therefore, no question, human beings who hasn't met Dharma, who doesn't know Dharma, and then you see how that would be. And then born in the lower realms, how that would be. You see, nothing, see, no virtuous action, whole life. Even the animal lived for 1,000, like the turtles, live 1,000 years. No, there's no one single virtue there. So can you imagine then? It is so heavy, because only non-virtue is so heavy. So so can you imagine how the karma is expandable. So the karma is expandable on top of that. So can you imagine keep on getting reborn in lower realms for an incredible length of time. So that so therefore this thing, this breath can be stopped any time. One can be in this lower realm, this terrifying lower realm, anytime. You see, any moment can be there. So this is, what has to understand in meditation. You see, Kana leji nyowa yeshivi jin tabe ayujundo cheje la lin yende zulu yasamaji lama jenu.
Thinking of the plight of my pitiful old mothers, pervasive as space, fallen amidst the fearful ocean of samsara and tormented there, reminds me of you, Lama.
Tame sibe zanga yaduna gunje jungun dele tabe ya tawashi ya samaji lama yedenu.
Therefore, Lama, please bless me to generate in my mental continuum effortless experience of the profound three principles of the path and the two stages.
So here I want to say something. Some people think, you live your life. Not mean. You don't do bad things. Harming others, and that's okay. You don't do bad. Means harming others. Killing human being or not generating compassion, develop compassion to all the sentient beings. Great compassion, like which we can call bodhisattva. Not like that. Just simply be kind. Simply, simple. Simple, good-hearted. Just simple, good-hearted. Kind person. Simple, good-hearted. Kind person. Then it's enough. You don't need to learn much in the life. You don't need to learn the path. You don't need to meditate path. That's enough. So that's not enough. That's not enough because you have to get out of samsara. Yeah, you have to see. You have to you need to be liberated from samsara. Otherwise, you will the even higher realm, next level, even you born higher realm. We're in a higher realm now, the human realm, but doesn't mean we will never get upon lower realms. We're in a human realm now, but doesn't mean there's no confidence. There's no, forever we'll be human beings. Not like that. We will never get upon lower realm. Not that. Just short time there. But again, lower realm because of all the past karmas. So they, and even the Deva human realm, only suffering, So besides the lower realm, so therefore we need to. Until we didn't get liberated forever. Totally free from samsara. You see. Until we break the continuity of these aggregates caused by karma and delusion, and because of that, it's nature of suffering, pervaded by suffering, and contaminated the seed of disturbing thoughts, and that's why this becomes the basis of suffering. This aggregate is a container of suffering and basis for future life sufferings. So continue to this circling from one life to another life. So we need to until we break this, until we cease this, we have to suffer continuously. As we have been suffering, reincarnating this suffering without beginning, without time without beginning from past lives. So that's not enough. Just that life is not enough. We really have to learn the path, how to get out of samsara. They say Four Noble Truths. You see, have to learn about true path and to cessation of the suffering. So you see, in order to achieve that, so have to really meditate. Have to really meditate on the path. In this life, where there's all the opportunity, really. One really have to learn path, meditate on the path, and accomplish, make progression. Really have to go through, have to make progression. See the path to achieve liberation from samsara. So that. So that's to make that comment. No choice. Otherwise, continuously have to suffer. Have to learn about path. Have to learn and have to make real progression, proceeding the path to achieve liberation. Please read the next one.
Please bless me to strive in one-pointed practice of the three trainings with the intense thought of renunciation in order to reach the secure state of liberation.
Liberation. Okay. Tame yasibe yatunga yadunga kunje jungung dele tabe ayatawashi yasamadi lama yerenu jiro sisu yalongdu ayakajawa ayanga ayamagen Longse nawe ngangzo samaji lama edenu.
Please bless me to train in the precious Supreme Bodhicitta with a special attitude, taking responsibility to liberate all migrators by myself alone.
Otherwise, it's went way down there. Tejere Lama Zopa Rinpoche Same Nyamanyong Some Juala Yajewara Yalame Jinje Loshi Shura Neju Yasambe Atabe Zansa Sinjir Lama Zopa Rinpoche Dalai Zopa Rinpoche Roga Rani Chibu Dubi Lasama Guruji Renje Changju Semenjo Jongbara Jinji Loshi. Next.
Please bless me to follow after the ocean of conquerors with the will to cross to the very end of the great waves of the deeds of the conqueror's children.
Laje jase jebe padara ayendebe ningdo yawa jazu yenjezu yenjubara jinje loshi.
Please bless me to realize the supreme view, free of extremes, in which emptiness and dependent arising, appearance and emptiness complement each other. Please bless me quickly to generate the experience of taking the three kayas into the path, ripening the basis of birth, death, and bardo. Please bless me to arise as the illusory divine body itself, the play of the four joys and four emptinesses, when the wind and mind absorbs in the central channel.
Loi seme umana yatimbe gashi tongshi roba yeme hagu yanyidu yachawa jinji loshi.
Please bless me to meet the ultimate Lama, the bare face of my innate mind, with the covering of perception of true existence, and perceive it as true removed.
The clear light, the realization of clear light, the completion stage. The ultimate Guru. Then I think the ultimate one is Dhammakaya, the Guru. So when you achieve that, you meet the Guru mentally. So the conventional Guru, absolute Guru. So this is absolute Guru talking about to experience, and then that leads to Dharmakaya. They come, see, yeah. So, what we have to remember in our heart, or the when we do the meditation, when we do Guru Yoga, so when we hear the words Guru, or when we think the word Guru, what understanding should come in your heart is the so that they see the realization or the understanding what should come in one's heart. How to meditate, and through meditation, as a result, what realization should come. So, is the from our society is the Dharmakaya. So, so same continuity is by developing the clear light, the part-time Dharmakaya, you see. So there's part-time Trikaya, Sambuddhikaya, Nimadikaya, Dharmakaya. So part-time Dharmakaya. So also the meditation and the promotional side should realize one see the Guru is also so what understanding should come in the heart. Also that the meaning there, what it means. So this is where we're meditating, and what we're meditating. And what we should, from one's side, from our side, from one's side, to realize. So, Sonze Shumba Yembuve Yenyume Ranshala Yemba Nero Yetuendi Lama Yenjawara Yejinji Ayaloshi.
Please bless me to be one with your three secrets, Lama, in the vast Dharmakaya of great bliss, which has exhausted the elaborations of the two obscurations. In short, please abide inseparably in the center of my heart until the great enlightenment, and mercifully bless me, the child, to follow after you, the Father. Lama, think of me. Lama, think of me. Lama, think of me.
Dona Changjin Badu Yenyu Dame June Paje Puyi Simbara Yatebe Chinji Yaloshi Lama Chin. Then the prayer, which comes the short prayer, the calling Guru from Power. May I never rise, say, heresy even for 1 second in the action of the virtual friend, and with the devotion, seeing whatever action is done to see pure and so with that, with that, may the blessings of the Guru be entered in my heart. Pande lame nambara taba la keshi tsamya lota meje chenze labora tungwe mugu je lame chela samla jubo jo. Did all the past, present, which I made is collected by me, 3 times made is collected by others. May myself and also also family members always here, and all the students, benefactors in the FPMT organization, everyone, then those who give up their life to the organization during service, to sentient being and teaching Buddha, then all the rest of the sentient beings, all of us, in all the future lifetimes, to meet only perfectly qualified Mahayana virtuous friend, and to from each sentient side, from also side, to see the virtuous friend only enlightened being, and to do action most pleasing, only most pleasing the holy mind of the virtuous friend, from each sentient side, from his own side, and to be able to fulfill the holy wishes of the virtuous friend immediately by each sentient side, from his own side, to happen this in all the from now on in all the future lifetimes. Did all the 3 times made is collected by others. May the Buddha come back soon to stabilize, and the holy wishes be successful immediately. May all the virtuous friends, all the virtuous friends stabilize, all the holy wishes be successful immediately. And may incarnation, may Lama Zopa Rinpoche, the incarnation of Lama Chöpa, kinder than all the 3 times Buddhas, have the stable life, a long life, and to be able to complete their study in a monastery, and then to like to show the same aspect as Lama Chöpa, showing same quality as Lama Chöpa, then doing the extensive benefit, offering extensive benefit to sentient beings and teaching the Buddha. Then dynamic say dynamic, say liberator, say holy being in this world. Say, say, by spreading Dharma in all the different parts of the world, and they bring so much peace and happiness east to west in every part of the world, in every part of the world. So that's and able to guide the organization and all the students. To happen this without an obstacle. Tare rave gove shingan de bendan de wa ma lu jwe ne chere sama den den ja shabe se de ba du den ju ji ban de la me gu ze den ba dan kan yong yang la de ji zhong wa dan da se ma le zo zo de zhen ne do san de do ba la jin ji
Yeah.
Did all the past, which is club, 3 times club, other things, that which is empty from its own side. Mad eye who is empty from its own side. Achieve generous enlightenment, that which is empty from its own side. Lead all the sentient beings who are empty from their own side to that generous enlightenment, which is also empty from its own side, by myself alone, who is also empty from its own side. So when we dedicate the merit, by sealing with the emptiness, so either you have the understanding merely labeled by mind, you see. For example, after the person died, which there's nothing left, the body with nothing, nothing to see, nothing left, you see. So the mere name is left that people talk about. See, the mere name, see. The person's life story, did this and did that. So, see, yeah. So for another example, scaring crow. Scarecrow, you see, from distance, if you are such a clear, you see like a person standing there. Then when you come nearby, you've been believing it's a person, appear, you label, your mind labeled, and believed and appeared, and you believe you believe on your appearance. That's the person. But when you come nearby, you realize, you see, there's no such thing there. Then now how you see now how you feel the person that you've been believing before. How you see what's your feeling of the person, you see. So just mere name. So like that. Mere label. Then it's correct. So that means you see it's empty of existing from its own side. or that there's nothing, you see. Not in your view, say, in the view of your mind, there's nothing there. There's no merit at all. There's no merit at all there, and no I at all, and no enlightenment at all. You see, no sentient being at all. In the view of your mind, you see, nothing slightest exists. You see. From such, there's nothing at all. Nothing of this exists. Totally empty. So try to get to this, as much possible to this point. So in emptiness, there's nothing. You see, in emptiness, no merit, no enlightenment, nothing. You see. So there's no this and that differentiation. There's no sentient being, there's no enlightenment, there's no Buddha, there's no sentient being, there's no Buddha. There's nothing. You see. Only it's differentiated. Conventionally, it's differentiated. See. So. Not that. Say. That. Say. Try. That it's not that I have realization of this, that in no sense I'm seeing this, and no, it's not saying that I have realization, but I guess, I think it should be like, I think it should be like that. But it's all means trying, you see. Not that the realization, but it just means try. So like that, you see, try to meditate. So that. So then say I dedicate to meditate to be able to follow follow the holy expensive deeds of the Bodhisattva Samantabhata Mitzvah as the realizes. Difficult to marriage, to be able to follow the Tiram of the Bodhisattva to get the marriage in some way. Due to 3-time merits collected by me, 3-time merits collected by others. I didn't bring the names here, those people who passed away, the forgot. However, these are all the past, present, future marriages collected by me, three-time marriages collected by others. All those whose names given to me, my promise to pray, who was loved me, those who died, and all the students who passed away in this organization up to now. And then numberless beings who are in the lower realm, who are unimaginably suffering now, may they reincarnate in the Pure Land, as quick as all those reincarnate in the Pure Land as quick as possible, where they can become enlightened there, or may they receive perfect human body, and by meeting public Kalman, the Guru Man, the teachings, may they achieve enlightenment as quick as possible. And these are the past, present, future marriages collected by me, three-time marriages collected by others. And then did you get this way? By my hearing a sentient big did all the three-time marriages collected by me, by my hearing a sentient being sick, somebody who's sick by hearing that, may it cause that a sentient being immediately recovered. By my hearing a sentient being died, so who or so whatever is by just hearing somebody died, and then cause the sentient being immediately to be born and the Pure Land where the sentient became enlightened. Or then sentient beings, born human being but no opportunity to practice Dharma. May all those sentient beings meet perfectly qualified mind, good mind teaching, may they achieve enlightenment was possible by selecting the path, by putting the teaching in practice. And due to all the past, present, future marriages collected by me, three-time marriages collected by others, may once family members, all the students, benefactors in this organization, and especially those who give up their life to the organization doing service, and sentient being teaching Buddha, may all of us have long, and everyone else here, may all of us have long life. And then including they have all the organizers of the Bodhisattva Center and Nalanda, then here see all the people, students coming to learn here, including this, then all the rest say. Organizers and the students, say organizers of the center, and students. So everyone. So may all of us, everyone, have long life and to be healthy. All the wishes be succeed immediately according to the Holy Dharma. Then most important, may be able to actualize stainless teaching of Lama Zopa from Guru Puja up to enlightenment, the universal tantra Lama Zopa from Guru Puja up to enlightenment. In this very lifetime, within all of our hearts, without delay even a second. And due to all the past, present, future, marriage, three-time marriage, by others, may all the sanghas in this organization, may they be able to complete their scriptural understanding, the realizations of path to enlightenment in this very lifetime, by receiving all on the basis of pure Vinaya practice, and by receiving all the needs, all the protections in their lives. made the social service centers, such as universal education, so forth, hospitals, so forth, all this. Then meditation centers made immediately pacify the suffering of the body mind of the sentient beings, and especially able to generate loving kindness, compassion, or bodhisattva in the hearts of all sentient beings, then bring them to enlightenment as quick as possible. And may all their projects, including Vajrayogin Center, Nalanda, and then all the rest of the centers, then may all their projects, whatever they have made, will succeed immediately by receiving all the needs, and able to spread the pure stainless teaching Lama Zopa in the hearts of all the sentient beings by receiving all the needs. And due to all the powers present, which I made as collected by me 3 times made as collected by others, made the 500 feet material statue, it be started, able to start as quick as possible, building and continue complete, and be made to be able to last. Made able to last for many millions of years in this world, and every day may liberate, so many tens of thousands, 100,000 sentient beings towards liberation, enlightenment. Able to cause to generate bodhicitta in the hearts of all the sentient beings, particularly able to affect this, and then and then with this they stop creating the karma and only collect extensive merit, and this way then all their wishes get fulfilled. They achieve perfect peace and happiness, global peace, happiness, and individual being peace and happiness. And may nobody experience war, famine, disease, torture, poverty, sicknesses, dangers of fire, water, air, earthquakes. They start to causing them to collect merit and purify their mind and generate bodhicitta. So cause all this happiness to sentient beings, and inner prosperity and outer prosperity. Inner prosperity, bodhicitta, all the realizations. Outer prosperity, all the wealth, no economical problems. Both prosperity will cause and bring them to enlightenment as quick as possible. Then anybody who hears the project, who talks about the project, who dreams about this project, and all those, then may they never ever reborn lower realms since from that time, and may they immediately able to find unshakable faith in the refuge karma, and exercise bodhicitta, and meet material Buddha's teachings, exercise path, and achieve enlightenment fully. And the companies who are building, and even the coolies who are doing transportations, all the people who are donating, then everyone may they able to able to during the work construction, may they able to actualize good devotion, the whole path to enlightenment during in that life, and achieve enlightenment as quick as possible. And may the general teaching, but the particular teaching of Lama Zopa be spread in all the directions, be actualized, be flourish forever in this world. Cheji Javo Zonga Ve Jozo Nambara Ambewa Dankede Zema Shiva Tunjia Ma Lue Tsangwara Ishu Dada Shinji Tuzum Dan Teve Sonye Lade Jawa Losang Taba Yitemba Yurin Banjuru. So, maybe every time to do both the chanting and the advanced time may be difficult, but so can use this the one of the sessions beginning is as a motivation. Also, can use as a motivation or beginning or can use as a motivation at the beginning. So the idea is after the mandala offering, then short, there's some analytical and fixed meditation on Lamrim Libid there. So to follow essential nectar or the Lamrim outline of such essential nectar. So to go over that, whatever is not finished first session, then do the next session. So anyway, so the essay, so that then continue tomorrow. So this way, also Lamrim, the Lamrim analytical or fixed meditation on Lamrim, as well Lamrim also quite quite extensive Lamrim meditation as well finish along with the deities meditation. So maybe within 5 days, quite a lot of Lamrim subject to finish, or however, or 10 days, however. So that. So that so this can use at the beginning as a motivation. And then only if there's time, then they can do this chanting and reading the English. Otherwise, it's read the English. So so I think that's it. So maybe good morning, good night. Oh, just good morning.